Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Paris here with a ridiculously fast workflow for turning your long videos into stacks of social-ready clips using Vizard. If you're like me and you truly hate spending hours hunting for moments to clip, titling them, scheduling posts, and then juggling a dozen different platforms, this one workflow is specifically for you. I honestly promise you this whole process is going to feel like cheating the very first few times you put it into practice. All right, let's jump right into the actual process and get this fantastic workflow started for you. The very first thing you need to do is gather all of your raw long-form footage, whether that's interviews, live streams, or tutorials, and put them into a single, clearly named folder. I seriously cannot stress enough how much good file naming will save you time further down the line when you're trying to find things. You don't need anything overly complex, just a simple format like the date followed by the topic works perfectly, for instance, 2026-02-18 product demo. If you happen to have episode titles or even a simple spreadsheet with your original episode ideas, make sure you keep that handy because we will leverage that metadata to speed everything up. Once all your source footage is neatly organized and structured, the next step is hopping directly into the Vizard application. If you haven't tried it yet, Vizard is the specialized tool that automatically scans inside your long videos to find the absolute best, most shareable short moments and turns them into ready-to-post clips. Crucially, it also takes care of the subsequent scheduling and provides you with a full content calendar so you never have to bounce between a dozen separate apps again. I personally used to sacrifice an entire afternoon every single week just cutting these clips manually, but now that setup is usually a quick 10 to 20 minute job per batch. Step 1. Inside the Vizard environment is simply uploading all of your long videos directly into the system. You can conveniently drag and drop that entire organized folder all at once, or you can choose to upload them one by one if that suits your current process better. Vizard will immediately begin processing everything you uploaded, and then scan thoroughly for all the potential highlights within the footage. While that entire heavy lifting process is running in the background, go ahead and take a moment to step away and grab yourself a well-deserved coffee. What Vizard does next is actually quite clever because it meticulously analyzes various engagement signals, visual cues within the video, and the spoken speech to select the best segments. It prioritizes moments that are statistically likely to perform exceptionally well when repurposed as that short-form content we all need today. This is essentially the auto-edit into viral clips function, and rest assured, it is not random. It targets moments with clear energy or definitive statements. Once the system has finished generating your short clips, you will see a clear, organized list of all the proposed videos ready for review. Now, this is where the power of flexibility really kicks in, as you can preview every single clip and then tweak the in and out points with incredibly precise frame-accurate controls. You also get to select a specific style or template that you want to apply to the clips you decide to keep. I personally like to keep a couple of my favorite templates ready to go. One that is very text-focused with large captions for a professional platform like LinkedIn, and then a second template that is specifically designed to be vertical and full screen, perfect for platforms like TikTok or Instagram Reels, often including punchy on-screen branding. The real time saver is that Vizard lets you apply these chosen templates in bulk, so I'll often select an entire batch and apply the same style settings across the board for total consistency. If you have previously used tools like Canva for the bulk creation of static images or thumbnails, you know Canva is absolutely awesome for pure visuals. However, if your main goal is fast video repurposing, doing all that work in Canva still forces you to manually hunt for the right clips and then edit the timing for each one individually. Vizard completely bundles the clip discovery, the necessary editing, and the post-ready export into one single unified flow, which saves you an unbelievable amount of time. And unlike many other platforms where bulk workflows are either severely limited or locked behind an absurdly expensive professional tier, this workflow is fundamentally built for creators who need to publish consistently without having to hire a dedicated editor. Here is a crucial workflow tip. Use your original content titles and a short metadata CSV file if you plan to pull in custom captions or specific titles automatically. Vizard is fully capable of importing simple metadata like episode names and descriptions, which it can then intelligently pair with every single clip it generates. So if you prefer brainstorming titles in a Google Sheet and then reusing those, you just export that as a CSV and upload it, letting Vizard map the data to your clips for semi-automated titles and hashtags. This entire metadata mapping step isn't mandatory, but if you are planning to publish dozens of clips, this one feature will save you another whole round of tedious manual typing. After you have fine-tuned all your clips and applied your consistent templates, the very next critical step in the process is setting up the final scheduling. This is precisely where Vizard's intelligent auto-schedule function and its content calendar features truly begin to shine brightly for you. You simply pick your desired posting frequency, like once per day, then you either tell the tool your preferred times or just leave it on the AI-optimized scheduling setting. Vizard will then automatically space those clips out perfectly across all of the various social channels you've connected. You have the flexibility to schedule directly to platforms like TikTok and YouTube Shorts, or you can choose to download all the finished files and upload them manually if you feel more comfortable with that approach. The visual content calendar view itself is exceptionally handy because you can see everything going out at a glance, drag and drop clips to swap dates easily, and even edit the captions right there in line. Before I finalize anything for scheduling, I always take a quick moment for a final quality control check by flipping through about 10 random clips. I check that the captions look correct, ensure no key points are awkwardly cut off mid-sentence, and verify that the thumbnail frames look intentional and visually appealing. While Vizard does provide excellent auto-generated thumbnails, you always maintain the option to upload your own custom ones or just tweak the frame selection directly within the tool. If you are deeply ingrained in the Canva thumbnail workflow, you can certainly keep that process, designing the thumbnail template in Canva and then attaching it to the clip export here. But honestly, for the specific goal of rapid, high-volume repurposing, Vizard's auto thumbnail coupled with its text overlay capabilities is more than sufficient 90% of the time. Let me speak honestly for a moment about the known limits of some of the other solutions you might be currently leaning on. Traditional editors like Premiere or Final Cut Pro certainly grant you total creative control, but they are inherently slow when it comes to batch repurposing unless you are a professional editor by trade. Canva's bulk create features are fantastic for static assets, even for video templates. But when it comes to intelligently slicing up long-form video into truly platform-ready clips, it just falls short because you still have to hunt for the moment manually. Some other automated editing tools can detect clips, yet they often lock you into awkward non-negotiable templates, charge you extra per single clip generated, or force you to do an exhausting amount of babysitting. That right there is where Vizard genuinely feels different. It expertly blends smart, automated detection with quick manual tuning capabilities and a scheduling system that actively helps you publish more frequently. Here's a practical example straight from my own workflow. I upload a full 90-minute live stream early Monday morning. By midday, Vizard has already suggested 40 potential short clips for me to look over, which I can then quickly skim through to remove obvious repeats. Next, I apply my vertical template to the clips destined for TikTok and a square template for the Instagram feed posts I want to maintain. I map the necessary titles from a CSV file I exported from my main episode planning document, and then I use the auto schedule feature to space them out across the next 6 weeks. By the end of that same Monday, I have an entire month's worth of shorts queued up and ready to go with absolutely no manual export or awkward import steps required. Now, you might naturally be wondering about maintaining brand consistency across all these different short-form pieces. Vizard allows you to save entire brand kits, including your specific fonts, color palettes, and logo placements, which you can then apply consistently across all your chosen templates. That consistent visual identity is absolutely huge for building quick audience recognition as people scroll past your content. Furthermore, Vizard's automatic captioning feature is quite solid. It generates accurate subtitles, which you can then easily edit for perfection. Remember that good, readable subtitles directly lead to better watch time and improved accessibility, which is something all the major platforms actively reward. Here are a couple of pro tips to keep in mind while you are actively using Vizard to manage your volume. First, always try to trim the raw footage you upload to only the segments that genuinely matter, because cropping before you upload speeds processing and keeps suggestions relevant. Second, when you are editing clips in a batch, make sure you sort them by the suggested engagement score so you can prioritize which likely winners to focus on first. Third, utilize that content calendar as your main planning tool, allowing you to easily move clips around to perfectly align with upcoming launches or timely topical moments. Just quickly touching on the pricing note without giving a full sales pitch, some other tools charge you per clip or severely hide essential features behind incredibly steep subscription tiers. Vizard's model is specifically designed to be creator-friendly, giving you batch processing, templates, scheduling, and the full calendar all in that one integrated place. When you compare that all-in-one approach to the headache of stitching together multiple single-purpose apps, you quickly realize how much time and actual money this saves when you publish at any significant scale. Because we like to keep things super practical, here is a final quick checklist you should follow every single time you repurpose a new long video. First, make sure you organize your raw files and name every single one of them clearly before you start anything else. Second, upload the footage or just the specific trimmed segments directly into Vizard to begin the smart analysis. Third, let Vizard generate those suggested clips, then preview them quickly and batch apply your preferred design templates right away. Fourth, if you want titles or captions pre-filled based on your notes, remember to import that small CSV file containing the necessary data. Fifth, take the time to edit any captions that need fixing, check the subtitle timing, and adjust any thumbnail frames that look slightly off. Sixth, use the auto schedule function or manually drag those final clips into your content calendar to set their exact posting cadence. Finally, review the calendar one last time for proper spacing and platform mix, and then you can confidently hit the publish or queue button. All right, let's wrap this up by recognizing that this entire approach is fundamentally about working smarter, not just harder, in your content creation process. Whether you are a one-person show trying to maintain a steady social cadence or a small team, prepping a whole month of content in a single afternoon, this changes everything. The tools that successfully combine smart clip discovery, flexible editing, and integrated scheduling in one place will completely transform how you approach content creation going forward. Because Vizard handles so much of the heavy lifting, finding the moments, giving you quick edits, and staging the posts, it eliminates the need to bounce between 5 different complicated apps. If you genuinely liked this walkthrough and want a full end-to-end screen share demo showing the upload, clip selection, template tweaking, and scheduling, just say the word in the comments. Also, if you already use a chain of tools for repurposing, tell me exactly what you are using and where it annoys you the most, and I will show you how to solve that workflow gap. Thank you so much for watching this breakdown, and if this particular method helped you save time, please hit that subscribe button and I will catch you in the very next video. Bye for now, everyone!